It was a bright sunny day on the Snail Road, and Furniture Bob was at again making silly videos for the internet. Hello everybody, this is Furniture Bob, and here you can see I'm not really sharing my camera, that's because I'm looking at my monitor. Welcome to a type of video that I haven't done in a long time, and especially in this style I've never done it ever. This is a response video, and it's one of those rare videos where you can see my face. Yes, so I'm using my iPad 2 to record this video. However, the camera quality is it's acceptable. I was initially going to use my mommy's iPad for recording this video because it has a better camera quality than this, but I've turned up on my lamp here. I've turned up the light to the absolute maximum. So I think the lighting actually increases the camera quality of my iPad 2, which is my only camera that I can really use right now. You know, you may be asking, well, what about my camera that I used to film the trip videos? That's over at my dad's house, and I can't exactly use that here. I might try to do some stuff with it next week. No promises for now. As here you can see my TV screen. I was never gonna show this for the longest time, but yeah, you can see my TV screen. That's my secondary screen where I do all the doodah stuff. You may recognize TV from all my rubbish videos. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, how about we jump into the content of today's stream? Video. So, I was scrolling through all of my videos, and for a few times this year, I've kept coming across this video that I made back in 2016. Thomas is wrong. The sausages of a certain place. So I made this video because I found the video that I was responding to. I just happened to come across that video, and this year I was also influenced a little bit by Kamikaze Games because I was inspired to do this kind of after watching his response video on a certain NASCAR conspiracies theory video that was utterly stupid. I'm not gonna get too much into that. So I decided to make a response video to a video that was titled "Everything Wrong with Thomas," or Tim Tom. So I just got interrupted, so I'm kind of lost track here. But basically, I came across a video titled "Everything Wrong with Thomas," and the video in question was very bad for reasons that you will find out shortly. So the video was so bad that I figured I'm gonna make a response video saying everything wrong with it. So this video was uploaded originally on July 13, 2016 and has a grand total of 47 views. This is a Gen 2 video. It's not exactly up to the standards of the videos that I make now, but that doesn't matter. So my inspiration for this video was, I figured, you know, I've been wanting to do one of these response videos for a while, and since there's not really a video by anybody else that I can really respond to, why not respond to a video that I made? So yeah, I'm possibly going to be roasting myself from 2016, yeah. So it's basically 2016 Furniture Bobbin versus 2020 Furniture Bobbin. So with that being said, let's get into it and see what we're looking at. Oh god, that's way too loud. Yeah, so anyone remember this? This is the intro that I had for like the Gen 2, for like the video that I did in iMovie with the 86 painted green drifting around a fake version of Silverstone in RX drifting. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and here's that. Yeah, this was another thing that I decided to do at the beginning of these silly videos, where like every time it was a video that's showing me based in Generation 2 era, I would have a silly intro where it's just well, you see this, it's just my leg, just doing silly things. Well, that wasn't always what I did in these intros, but I decided to do it for this video. Well, this video specifically, I don't know why. Yeah, I was a weirder person back in 2016 than I am now. Anyway.
Dear, silly leg. But here I am, back again. Hello, everybody. This is Front.
I think I recorded this video with my iPad 2 as well. But of course, the lighting was actually not even as good in that video because I was just using the light that's in my room here. Now I have a lamp. And this is my first time actually using that for this video, which is why the lighting is actually kind of decent. I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but yeah, anyway, continue.
The Bobbin here, and guess what, Thomas fans? Thomas is wrong.
It's wrong. I mean, that's what the title says. So, yeah.
But
Jeez,
don't take
that
my
face.
word for it. Take a look at this.
Hey everyone, I'm the world of all of us. And
Oh yeah, here's the video itself. So I actually looked back on the video itself, the video that I was responding to, and oddly enough, there was once upon a time where you could actually look at the comments in the video. Those comments have since been disabled, but I like how the likes and dislike ratio is still visible. It's very bad, as you probably could have guessed.
they were in a new video. Now, do you remember the episode of Thomas season 19?
Also, one other thing, I wonder where this kid is from. He sounds Indian. I could be completely wrong, but India isn't the most serious country there is. Apart from the fact that they you know, T series and things that, you know, I'm not gonna get too much of that because that's been done to death at this point.
Who's Jeffrey?
Yes, I do.
Hang on, what? What the heck?
Thomas, all of us, and today we're in a new video. Now, do you remember the episode of Thomas season 19? Who's Jeffrey?
Oh yeah, that episode. Was that the first episode of season 19? Yeah, in all honesty, that episode it was an okay episode, which started off an okay season.
Yes, I do.
Also, can we just marvel the excellent animation that season 19 had before Big World Big Adventures kicked in? Like this season 19, well, season 20 was really when the Brenner era was at its peak. 2019. Season 19 was basically the year before it was at its peak. Like season 19 was a pretty good season, but some episodes were just stupid.
Yeah, I want to say, I found that when I first saw this movie, I thought, oh, that's incredible.
episode.
That is probably the best episode of season 19 that I've ever seen.
It definitely was for me.
It wasn't the very best episode. The best episode, I'm a bit hazy on season 19 now, because I haven't watched that in forever, and I can't remember which episode was the very best of season 19.
Then I've seen a lot of mistakes in this episode.
No, sorry, but I hardly saw any mistakes at all. Barely any, really.
You know, 2016 me wasn't really as smart as 2020 me, but you know, I guess at least to give myself some credit in 2016, you know, I was at least able to state the obvious, but you know, if it was instead something that was not obvious, then I usually missed it and I was like, well, that's nothing.
So today's video is about the mistakes I found in this movie, and the one that makes this movie would have to correct them. So let's see them.
Alright, let's see you're as good as cinema.
What the heck was that jump cut there? Did you see that? Hang
Correct
on a
them.
sec.
So let's see them.
Alright, let's see your...
What was that jump cut there? You just did a jump cut for what reason? Yeah, my editing skills. Then again, I edited this video originally on iMovie. Back when my editing skills, my editing skills were okay for the time, but that jump cut there, what the heck was that for?
You're as good as CinemaSins.
Let's get some sense.
Now I'm starting to cut up the scene where Thomas pulls his tracks, and well, when he arrives to the docks and all the red balls falls out. I want to go to that part and then see the mistakes. So let's go.
Side note, the editing by the kid that made this, I guess it was at least a teeny little bit better than my editing here. Obviously, my editing now was skyrocketed to an all-time high, especially as you can see by my Bill and Ted series. I think it's still alright. At least the video is a decent quality, I'll give you that. I mean, it's still rubbish, but, you know. Hey, look, it's Frankie.
It wasn't our fault. We were shut to...
Hey, it's the Trucks. They actually had like proper speaking roles. That was actually a nice thing in season 19.
What happened there? It wasn't our fault. We were shut to too hard.
Here, this is the first mistake I found. Look, listen. I mean, truck.
I like how straight after I compliment season 19 for giving the trucks the voices, this kid though, he looks at them like, that is a problem. That is something that makes this episode worse. Like, what? What? Let's just continue on with it, see what 2016 me had to say about this.
First, the tracks, I always heard them talking together. I mean, like, faster, 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 or pushing down, pushing down. But now they're talking one. I mean, this truck is talking alone. I mean, they finally have a voice.
Talking alone.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but this is not correct, because I'm sure that the Troublesome Trucks have talked alone before in season 18, 17, possibly the seasons before that.
I might actually be wrong about that. I'm a little bit hazy on those seasons, so I'm not entirely sure. If I'm honest, if the Troublesome Trucks actually did have speaking roles like that in season 17 and season 18, it's so much this is season 19, so I was like, anyway, what else do I have to say? Oh, that was it. Okay.
Who shunted those trucks?
Once again, another one. In the USA version, Cranky would say cars. Why did it say trucks? You should have said that in the UK version.
I'll be honest, I mean, that's such a minor issue, but at the same time, I guess it's a really tiny issue, so I'll give you that one. But at the same time, who cares?
Who cares? Everybody in the world calls them the Troublesome Trucks anyway. Why?
Jeez, I was so like into it.
Why?
Thomas?
It was, Jeffrey.
Here, now I want you to listen very carefully how Thomas says Jeffrey.
Yes.
Now that I'm gonna show you that later when Porter said who, then he says something different. Listen carefully.
Who? Jeffrey.
See? Told ya. First he said Jeffrey and then Jeffrey.
Huh? What? What?
How is this wrong? I mean, everybody does that. Everyone does that. This isn't some sort of...
Jeez, I looked terrible back in 2000. Okay, I didn't look bad back in 2016. But 2016 hasn't really changed much, or I haven't really changed much since then.
mistake or anything. This is what people do. I mean, how are you gonna say the same word the same way twice? I mean, nobody does that. Like, what?
So basically, I'm pretty much just pointing out the fact that that it's realistic. I mean, this is extremely obvious. Basically, the issue that this kid is trying to point out is that it's an error to say something differently than you did the first time than the second time, which I guess in most kids shows that's something that they don't do. But then again, you know, season 19 was basically when Thomas and Friends, the show, was starting to take a more mature turn. Well, I say mature, and basically it's more like the classic series, you know, like the days of Ringo Starr and all that stuff, which most fans appreciated for season 19. Man, yeah, there was some controversy, but there's controversy in every fandom. But yeah, most people actually appreciated this at the time, and rightly so.
Why didn't they put Thomas' first sound in this part? Why did they have to say it again? I don't know.
Because Thomas was replying to Porter.
Because Thomas was Thomas. Cheap Keeper Forge reference.
Idiots.
Okay, well, come on, 2016. You have to be that nuts. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I was a weirder person back in 2016 than I am now, so it's like sausages.
Annie and Clarabelle have been getting a fresh coat of paint.
Also, yeah, again, can we take a moment to appreciate the beautiful animation that this episode provided? I mean, it's basically almost Pixar quality. Like, yeah, you had to give our productions credit here. I mean, Jamfield isn't bad, but, yes, if only our productions didn't go bankrupt and not Big Bull. The Ray Race wasn't made, or at least was made better and stuff, you know.
It's at the Steamworks. Thomas, hello, my friend.
You hear that? Victor's voice is always the same. It never changed. I don't know why they put another person that could make his voice. I don't know why it's always the same. Still in the USA version, still in the UK version, and in the Series 19, they didn't change the voice. I don't know.
Who cares? How is somebody in real life supposed to change their voice? See, this is supposed to be realistic, okay?
And I pretty much said it myself here.
Someone in real life doesn't just so happen to change their voice unless they've been doing something that is stupid and they just happen to get their voice changed.
Get to the
But
point.
other than that, nobody in the real world is somehow able to change their voice. Even in the world of Disney, you don't see characters changing their voices and stuff.
Hey, actually made an interesting point there.
I mean, maybe in the kids shows and stuff, but that's only because they don't know how to make proper stuff like...
I just roasted the kid shows. Basically, that was pretty much for roasting the kid shows that you see on Disney Junior. I just roasted the shows on Disney Junior for no reason. I know, I was on some serious sausages back in these days.
Disney does. That's for sure.
Now, since Victor's voice
Anyway.
didn't change, I want you to hear who another character that didn't change his voice. Listen, who?
Goodbye, Victor.
That's right. It's Annie and Clarabelle. Also, their voice
I'll be on to
didn't
this.
change. Still in the USA, in the UK, in the season 19 version. They never change. I don't know why the people that makes these voices don't get a new job or they don't change. I mean, there also can be someone else that wants to do the job to change the voice. I don't know.
Okay, before I let Tony 16 me speak, I'm actually going to cut in here for a bit. Basically, I guess one of the common issues that, well, to him anyway, in this episode, is the fact that, you know, a lot of characters have the same voice as they did in the previous season. It's basically a case of, you know my Bill and Ted series? You know how I have Russell and Domtron doing the voices of Bill and Ted? You know, I guess one thing that would give this kid's approval for like season 2 is if I were to replace Domtron and Russell for some other guys to do for the voice of Bill and Ted, which it would basically be a case of me in an alternative universe telling Domtron and Russell that, hey, you two are no good anymore. We need new voice for Bill and Ted, and then I get new voices for Bill and Ted.
Who cares? Somebody might more like voicing someone and they want to do it forever. Who cares if they keep voicing the same character?
And don't forget, 2016 Me is realistic.
Maybe they like that job. Maybe they want to keep that job for as long as they can. So this way this character has the same voice for as long as they can keep their voice. Because that's called... I don't know what's... Legacy? I don't know. But what... That's besides the point.
I don't know at all. We see... At least that was somewhat self-aware in 2016. To the point where I put text, iMovie text, admitting the fact that I don't know everything and I'm just spewing out whatever I can.
Still, how is some...
That being said, like even nowadays improving that I don't know everything. I'm just a guy who's just making a video.
Somebody's supposed to change their voice? I mean, this is supposed to be realistic, you know. In fact, that is realistic. If you didn't know, that is realistic.
Okay, I might just...
Well, let's go to the next
Come on,
mistake.
okay.
Well,
Alright.
I hear this Jeffrey
Hey look, it's Bang Coaches and Gridrin.
Red.
I'm red. I'm red. I like how I'm making a video, criticizing a video, and I'm red.
I hear this Jeffrey character is
Anyway, yeah, it's Bang Coaches.
red.
Again, Jane's voice doesn't change either.
You roasted Bang Coaches. How can you? That is a sin. You cannot say anything bad about Bang Coaches. He is the greatest train in the history of the world. Well, okay, except for a couple trains, but you... Yeah, this is the one engine that you cannot criticize. It is Bang Coaches. He is perfect the way that he is. Well, That being said, I kind of liked his deeper voice that he had from season 13 to season 18. I mean, I kind of get sort of kind of why they changed Ben Coach's voice. Yeah, that was American. His voice going to like The Adventure Begins in season 19 and onwards. I mean, I'm not gonna say I have a big problem with it. But I kind of like Ben Coach's deeper voice. You know, like he has in Stories of Sodor. Anyway.
I don't know. It sounds to me the same.
Hang on.
Again,
Well, I hear this Jeffrey character is red.
again, James' voice doesn't change either. I don't know. It sounds to me the same as the one.
What? Wait. So now, he's criticizing the fact that they didn't change the voice for Ben Coach for season 19, even though they did. Okay? Ben Coach was one of the few voices that actually did change from season 18 to The Adventure Begins in season 19 and so on. So now this kid is just... He's become a sausage, that's what's happened.
Well, I hear this Jeffrey character is red.
Again, James' voice doesn't change either. I don't know. It sounds to me the same as the one of the UK version.
Who cares if they didn't change their voice from the UK version? I mean, the UK version is the UK version, and the US is the US version. And, of course, the main characters are supposed to have their US voices in the US version, and they're supposed to have the UK voices in the UK version. Well, you're wrong. This is not Jimsy's UK version.
Jimsy's UK version.
UK voice in the US version, okay? Now, for Jimsy, going into season 19, as of The Adventure Begins,
Hang on. What was about
UK
Adventure Begins?
voice in the US version, okay? Now, for Jimsy,
Okay, what did it say here?
going into season 19, as of The Adventure Begins, Jimsy has a different voice than he did
Okay,
in
so this is
season
what I just said
18.
here.
Okay, Jimsy has a new voice for season 19.
Jimsy has a new
which,
voice for season 19.
um,
In the US
which
version.
sounds not as
Which
good,
sounds-
but
Not
still
as good.
good. Not as good as
Not as
the
good, but
season
still
18
good.
voice, but
Bruh.
still good. Although I do wish Jimsy, I do
Yeah,
miss
so
Jimsy.
basically 2006 is just
dark
echoing what
voices.
2020 me is saying.
Deep voice, I should say, because that's what Bang Coaches has. Yes, Bang Coaches.
Bank
Now
voice.
listen who else doesn't change.
Yeah, I was so into this.
Yes, Bang Coaches.
I'm red.
Now listen who else doesn't change his voice.
Yes.
Jeffrey? What's all this talk about?
The Fat Troller.
That's right, Sir Toven Hat. Like in the Adventure Begins movie,
Ow.
his voice is always the same. In fact, it never changed. I mean, it doesn't have a new voice in the USA version.
You know, that's one of the weird things that they did for going into season 19, The Adventure Begins in the US dub. Like, for the longest time, like, starting season 13 and then going all the way up until season 17, or no, season 18, the Fat Controller had a different voice in the US dub and the UK dub. But then, when they switched over to when they went to The Adventure Begins in season 19, the Fat Controller had his UK voice for both the US dub and UK dub. It was the weirdest thing. I still not sure why they did that. I mean, I guess one of the reasons was because the Fat Controller's US voice wasn't... I mean, he was okay, but it wasn't the best, and the UK version was better, I suppose. So I guess somebody at Mattel was like, you know what, let's do something smart for once. The US voice of the Fat Controller is very good, so how about we just use the UK voice for both dubs, which I guess it was an okay decision. I mean, maybe it would have been a little bit better if they gone someone else to do the US version of the Fat Controller, but that's a story for another day.
It's always the same as the UK version.
Dude, Sir Topham-Hatt's voice from season 18 quit voicing Sir Topham-Hatt probably because he wasn't very
I'm just gonna let
good.
2000
At
speak
one
here at this
point,
point.
like, Sir Topham-Hatt had a different US voice for season 18, but then that voice retired.
Wait, was it different?
I guess he went somewhere else,
No.
and so the UK voice of Sir Top Map decided to come to the US version, which makes sense because Sir Top
Came
Map
to
is
the
known
United
as the Fat
States.
Controller. If you watch my Thomas and Friends comedy videos, or
Wait, what about the
US
comedy videos?
version, which makes sense because Sir Top Map is known as the Fat Controller. If you watch my Thomas and Friends comedy videos, or the UK version of Thomas and
Yeah, remember when I did the Thomas comedies? I plan to bring those back. I'm just not sure when, but we'll see.
Friends, etc. You know he's a Fat Controller. He goes by that name with pride when he has his UK voice.
Yes, get to the point.
So let's
Alright,
go
here we
on.
go.
I don't know why this picture looks familiar to me. I mean, it makes me remember of the episode Henry and the Elephant. Just look at Percy. Doesn't he look? It doesn't look. It doesn't look like a cartoon at all. I mean, for me, if I wouldn't know Thomas, I would thought this was a picture of not of an episode of season 19. I thought it was an episode of an old season of season 4. I don't know. It's
What? I mean, yeah, this is kind of obvious. Like, this does kind of match season 1 episode. The one with Henry and the Elephant. Like, remember, that episode. It's not even a criticism. It's honestly more of a reference to a classic episode, which a lot of fans appreciated back in these days.
seems like it's really it's not a cartoon. It seems like it's the review Andrew. It's back.
Who even
It's basically deja vu, I should say.
cares? I mean, it's supposed to look like it did in season 4. That's the value of season 19. Season 19 is supposed to recreate all the classic destinations that we had in back in the early seasons, back when they still existed, and then Sharon Miller decided to destroy them all, and so then Andrew Brenner could do nothing.
Jared Miller destroyed them. Yes, basically what happened is that Sharon Miller destroyed all the locations from the classic series, and then she brought Misty Island Rescue, the Soul Search and Rescue Center, and wait, did they say Misty Island Rescue? I mean Misty Island. Yeah, I just call it Misty Island Rescue. And what else did she bring? Okay, the Diesel Works and the Blue Mountain Core. I don't know if all 3 of those locations are still present in today's series. Except they got rid of Misty Island for good reason. I guess this is apparently now something that we need to complain about. Again, so many people appreciate this.
Bring them back. That's the value of season 19, to bring back the old classic destinations into the new thing.
I think they actually kind of already did that starting with season 17 when Andrew Brenner took over, and there's a stupid alarm. But yeah, welcome to the land of the fish, I guess.
And at the same time, make it look better in CGI. I mean,
It was better, if I'm honest.
can someone explain this conspiracy to me? Someone.
Conspiracy. You and me both.
My way!
Hey, look, Spencer's back.
Who's Jeffrey?
You see that? Spencer has lamps now. Express that make lights in the night.
What?
Wow, I didn't know that.
The original Class A1 for Pacific always had, lamps.
I'm not actually sure if that's true. Maybe Domch would know that because he honestly knows a bit more about UK steam engines than I do. So he could probably explain that one. So that being said, I guess the lamps for Spencer in season 19 is actually more of like a realism thing. I think. I'm not actually sure, if I'm completely honest, because, again, Domch can explain that one, because, steam, British sausages.
Even during the day, I think. The original Class A1 for Pacific always had, lamps. Even during the day, I think.
Yeah,
I
I guess
don't know.
sensation
Correct me if I'm
needed.
wrong on that one,
.avi.
The Class A1...
Wait, this is Class A1? Yeah, I guess now we started talking about the tornado.
Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but the Class A1 had the headlights. Okay? The
Just
headlamps.
said
Whatever you
Class
want to call
A1?
them. And Spencer now has them during the day, which is more realistic. We're going for realism here.
I mean, it was more realistic for like British railwayisms back in like the 50s.
He said, "Who's Jeffrey?" It's the title of the season.
Wait, title of the season? No, bruh, this is the title of the episode, not the season. See, he tries to complain about the episode and critiquing and stuff, and at the same time doesn't even know what he's talking about. Then again, I didn't entirely know what I was talking about too much either. I was pretty much just stating the obvious at this point. But yeah, well, like I just said, 2016 me, not as intelligent as 2020 me.
Who's Jeffrey? It's the title of the season.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, what does
now
Matt say
you're
here?
really crossing the line. Who's Jeffrey is not the name of the season, it's the name of the episode, you mean? Season 19 is the name of the season, and it's the season, and it's one of the best seasons ever, so don't be an idiot here. You have done no research at
That was so British. Clarkson!
all. No research at all.
No research. Yeah, I basically convoluted my own argument here, where it was like a case of, first critiquing an episode that's actually really good, and then being like assuming that you had done no research, which is possible. At this point, was pretty much just mimicking Kamikaze here because I wasn't the most original person back in 2016. I mean, I'm still not the most original person now, but at least I feel like I'm now more original. Like I'm better at coming up with lame jokes, but instead of just ripping off someone else's joke. I'm just frozen now. There we go. Back to the video. Oh.
Oops, sorry. That was me.
You see? Where did the ball come from? I mean, Thomas said, "Sorry, that was me." I know, but after he ran out the balls, the red balls, where he filled them out, I don't know where did the red ball come from. I mean, it could have come from his boiler, from his funnel. I don't know.
Hey, look! Finally, a valid criticism. What the heck did he hit there? Yeah, finally, a valid criticism. Yes, I honestly am wondering the same thing. What did he crash into that, did that? Because, basically earlier on in the episode, basically when Tim Dunn was running backwards, he basically ran into the tunnel without hitting anything, and then when he backs up to get out of Spencer's way, he hits a imaginary truck, which, I really don't know much of this. So, finally, a valid criticism. Yes!
Alright, finally you've said something that's true about the thing.
I'm just
And-
myself, to be honest.
Yeah, we're probably all wondering where did the ball come from? Did Thomas crash into a truck that was filled with balls and stuff? Still, doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's actually the one thing that he got right. That is a sin
Yes, sir.
from the cinema sins.
Why did... I don't know.
Anyway, that's the end of this
Yes,
thing.
sir.
It's
So
a
what did I have to
different
say
type of
here?
Video that I'm doing. The
Hang on.
end of this thing. It's a different type of video that I'm doing to show that it's this kid who's doing this video is wrong. If this kid somehow got a job in CinemaSins, he would be the worst CinemaSins person of all time. Yeah. But yeah, anyways.
I don't know what was going through my mind when I made all these CinemaSins references. I'm not even that much of a fan of CinemaSins. I mean, CinemaSins is okay, but they don't really, they don't really critique the episode, kind of like, like Nostalgia Critic and all the good movie reviewers out there, so it's like, yeah. Anyway, so let's see what suppose Series 116 has to say, comes to
That's
the
it
end
for this
here.
video, and I have another style of this video coming up. It might be the removal of the copyright strike special. We'll see that in the future.
Oh, He removed the copyright strike. Yes, the removal of copyright strike special. What was that? I don't remember actually what that was. So guys, here I was basically teasing the what apparently was gonna be the removal of the copyright strike special. I don't even remember what that was, if I'm honest. I think it was maybe gonna be some kind of other like big response video type thing or something like that. I have absolutely no idea actually. So I guess that's a mystery that will now never be solved because this was only a thing that I knew about and I've forgotten about it. So lol, I guess.
Anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video.
And so that's the end of that video. So overall, I guess the video that I made was, I mean, it was really just stating the obvious. If I'm completely honest, you can see my grid right there. It was really stating the obvious, and if I'm honest, this video I guess so far hasn't really been the way that I expected it to. I looked at this video and I was like, you know, maybe it would actually be a pretty good idea to look back on this video, and so I guess that was a an adventure. So anyway, so I decided to make this video before I you know, get onto some other stuff. This was, I guess, one of my less serious videos, and really a video to break the silence of the kind of lack of videos that I've posted this year. And this is also one of those videos where you can see my face. I do plan to do more of these videos in the future. Maybe next time I'll do another response video to a video that I made a long time ago. Maybe next it could be like a NASCAR topics video or something. I'm not really too sure. Maybe you guys can suggest a video for me to respond to of my own, or maybe you can have me respond to somebody else's video that's to do with something else. I don't know. I'll see. You guys can put in the comment section down below, and I will see if it is worth responding to, and if it is, I'll make a video about it. And yeah, so that pretty much wraps up this video. There's really not much more for me to say, if I'm honest, but there's this, and and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. So yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This video may have been a little bit lackluster and a bit mediocre, but it's gonna be a video anyway now that I pretty much coming to the end of recording it. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next. Bye!